is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to you with another video. Today we're going to talk about, obviously, the Zubac trade. The Lakers acquire Mike Muscala from the Clippers for Michael Beasley and Zubac. This is a straight up trade. I don't really see no picks in this trade. It could come out later when they finalize the trade. But this is a little surprising that they would literally give up Zubac and Beasley for Mike Muscala. I like Mike Muscala. I think he can play. He's a guy that can really space out that floor. But this is going in the wrong direction to me if you're a Laker fan. Zubac has shown the potential to be a potential star at worst. Like, he can be an all-star. I can see that. But at worst, this guy can give you a double-double given the right circumstances. And this makes sense for the Clippers getting a young talent to go along Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, because obviously they got rid of Marcin Gortat. They waived Marcin Gortat, so he's no longer on the roster. And that opens up room for Zubac to get more valuable minutes. And then you got to remember that the Clippers have traded a lot of their talent over the last couple days to reshape their roster on the fly, which is kind of crazy because they just traded Avery Bradley too. So that just shows you that we don't really know what they're going to look like for the rest of the season. And now they saying that Michael Beasley will be waived and he will be a free agent. Obviously, they signed Michael Beasley and you want to get rid of that contract. But I don't think you give up a player of Zubac caliber and potential for Mike Muscala and get no picks in return. Obviously, I think this is highway robbery for the Clippers, getting rid of a role player in Mike Muscala for a guy that has potential to give you and be a double-double every given night. That's very, very surprising that they would go do that if you the Lakers. And the Clippers also traded Garret Temple and Jamycal Green. They get Garret Temple and Jamycal Green by getting rid of Avery Bradley. So the Clippers are really rebuilding a roster on the fly. And I like Jamycal Green. The guy is basically what Mike Muscala is. And the only difference is he's younger, with a lot more upside. But I don't know if he's going to be a part of their long-term plans either. But for them to have all the veterans that they have and to be able to flip them into picks and solid role players in return, I think Jerry West and this Clipper team is doing a fantastic job. And obviously, Garret Temple is a three-point sniper, and then you get a guy that can play multiple positions in Jamycal Green, and you get rid of a guy like Avery Bradley, who is a two-way player, but a guy that has fallen off. He hasn't really been the same Avery Bradley that he was a couple years ago, and he hasn't really fit and meshed well with the Clippers so far. But Doc Rivers is a coach that gets the best out of role players because he knows how to utilize them and put them in areas where they can succeed on the court. And these two trades, to me, the Clippers won. And like I said, even waiving Marcin Gortat, that's a guy that really hasn't had nothing but a solid season at best. And you get rid of him for a roster spot in cap space that you can now utilize to get another player, or even just, sign a player for this season if you really want to rebuild. It's kind of too late because you won too many games to really be that bad, but you also won enough games to where you're in the playoffs and you can still make it, even though it doesn't look like they'll be able to make it with the roster that they have now. But they still have some talent, they still have some pieces, and even though the Sacramento Kings, which I'll talk about in a different video, made some moves, and so did the Lakers, the Clippers actually still, to me, might be a solid team even through all these trades. And I think the only thing that's going to really hurt them is the chemistry. That's going to really hurt them because you're bringing in some different type of players and different type of talent. And then you're trying to mesh it all in 25 plus games. Well, 25 plus games is not really that many games left. and you're trying to see what you got. Plus, you're trying to try out a lot of players, and you're trying to figure out who you want to keep, who you want to use. You don't have enough games for that right now. To me, you should have made trades like this in the beginning or the middle of the season, not the ending of the season, because now you're rushing to figure out a lot of things in a short amount of time. And if you do make the playoffs, you're not going to really do nothing, be a first round exit, because you had to play one of the top teams in the West, whether it's Denver or Golden State. And that's not good either. But you do get a lot of role players and young talent in return. And like I said, I think Zubac can potentially be a 15-10 or even an 18-10 guy, which is potential all-star numbers depending on how many games the teams win. And I don't like the fact that you just give him up just to get rid of Michael Beasley contract, and you get Mike Muscala in return. And obviously they responded by trading for Jamycal Green, who does the same thing. And then you also get Garret Temple, who's a solid veteran that can give you 3-point shooting at that wing position. So I like what the Clippers are doing, and I do not like this trade for the Lakers, because Zubac was one of the players that you had in the Anthony Davis trade, and you was trying to use him as an asset to get Anthony Davis. And now that the trade has fallen apart, you get rid of Zubac basically for nothing. And it does open a roster space for you to sign a veteran. They seem like they want to sign Carmelo for what I'm reading. But at the same time, that's not enough. I'd rather have Zubac than Carmelo, even though you do have JaVale, even though you do have Tyson. If you don't get AD, you still want young potential, because you need to build with something. Yes, you do have LeBron James for the next couple years, but I'd rather have Zubac, who was a player that I actually wanted in that trade, than to have a roster space to go for a veteran to chase a 6, 7, or 8 seed with LeBron. Yeah, I know you want to make the playoffs. Yeah, it'd be embarrassing not to make the playoffs, but you just don't give away a player like Zubac in a trade like this. It's ridiculous. But I like Jamycal. I like Garret Temple. I like Zubac and Beasley, who's going to be waived for a roster spot anyway. I like this for the Clippers, both trades, but I don't like this at all for the Lakers, and I definitely don't like it for the Grizzlies, because I feel like they're gonna keep Avery Bradley, because he just signed the extension last year, and Avery Bradley is not he's a Tony Allen. He's better than Tony Allen, but that didn't get you that far when you had Tony Allen. Yeah, you got out of the first round a couple times, but you never came close to winning a championship. I really wouldn't want to commit that much money to a guy of Avery Bradley's caliber, but that's what they want to do. It's their team, it's their organization, and if this is the move they want to make, you trade two good rotation players for a long-term commitment to Avery Bradley. That's a little bit too desperate. I don't really like that for the Memphis Grizzlies. But let me know what you guys think about this trade, whether it's the Jamycal Green and Garret Temple for Avery Bradley, or is the Michael Beasley going to the Clippers for Mike Muscala with nothing really added in there. And even if they do add something in there, it's going to be like a late first round pick or some second round picks, which don't really add up to nothing that the Lakers need right now, because I'd rather have Zubac than Mike Muscala, and I'd rather have Zubac than the first round, late first round, or second round pick too, because he's better than what you can really find in the late first round or second round anyway. But that's just my opinion. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Also, check out my older videos. I do breakdowns, trades, buyouts, summer league, NBA draft, even NBA tributes to legends, and I cover the hottest topics around the league. And I do this 365. I try not to miss a day, and like you can see, I make a lot of videos depending on what the day is, including the draft. You make a lot of videos then too. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. That's why I continue to go. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm gone, and let me know what you guys think about these trades that the Clippers made in the comment section below.